To solve this question successfully, consider the perspective of Albert Einstein. It's not that I am so smart, it's just I stay with problem longer. With this in mind, let's try to persist through each complex problem with Mr. Einstein's patience, and your persistence will pave the way to your knowledge breakthroughs. You are presented with a group of 3 cool-looking shapes. Each shape has numbers inside. The first shape has numbers 10, 9, 3, 4, 2, 1, and then number 20 in the middle. The second shape has numbers 11, 10, 5, 5 again, 3, 2, and then number 9 in the middle. And then the third shape has numbers 12, 11, 6, 4, 3, 1, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 12, choice B, 14, choice C, 18, and last but not least, choice D, 21. You might be preempting a comment from me on the question's level of difficulties. But hey, look at every complex question in the assessment test as an invitation for you to grow. Take a moment to compose yourself, trust in your potential, and face this question with zeal and determination. By joining forces, we will navigate this challenge and emerge more formidable on the other side. Well, time's up. Are you ready to show your answer? Keep in mind that your determination in facing these questions, whether they lead to triumphs or teachable moments, is what truly defines your path to success. Keep pushing, practicing, and persevering. Speaking about teachable moments, also known as mistakes, you might be curious to learn that the most typical mistake people make during this particular question is not grouping inside and outside numbers together for the calculations. But hey, regardless if you've done it or not, we recognize that every error paves the way for your understanding and essential skills, driving your passion for learning further. Once you consider this grouping, the pattern here is very simple. Middle number is calculated as a multiplication of subtractions of outside and inside numbers. Let's look at the example. In the first shape, the outside numbers are 10, 3, and 2, and the inside numbers are 9, 4, and 1. 10 minus 3 minus 2 in parentheses, multiplied by, in parentheses again, 9 minus 4 minus 1 equals 20. And as you can see, 20 is the number in the middle, which is a result of these calculations. Let's confirm that the pattern is right by recalculating the values in the second shape. 11 minus 5 minus 3 in parentheses, multiplied by 10 minus 5 minus 2 equals 9. And now is the time to calculate the missing number. 12 minus 6 minus 3 multiplied by 11 minus 4 minus 1 in parentheses equals 18. So the correct answer here is choice C, 18. As we approach this question, recall the words of Helen Keller. Optimism is the face that leads to achievement. Regardless of your prior knowledge, let optimism guide us through this question, enhancing your understanding and refining your skills in the intricate world of data analytics, making it easy for you to solve this question and get hired for the job you're looking for. You need to match 5 data analytics terms with their definitions. The terms are number 1, lag, number 2, norm, range, mean, and node. And the definitions are presented by Roman numerals. The first definition is the difference between the highest and the lowest values in the dataset. The second definition is the process of analyzing large sets of data to find patterns. Then comes the third definition, a connection point in a network where data can be created, stored, or sent. Number 4 is a delay between the input and the output based on the response. And last but not least, number 5 definition is adjustment of data measurements to fall within a desired scale. And your choices for the answers are A, B, C, and D. Perhaps you're guessing I'll mention how daunting this question is, but instead I'll remind you that every tough question during the assessment test represents a chance for you to learn something new and develop new skills. So stop for a moment, place trust in your own skills, and engage with this question with enthusiasm and perseverance. together we'll work through this challenge, becoming stronger as a result. Time's up. Are you ready to show your answer? Keep in mind that you're learning here, and remember that your answer can be correct or not. As you work through this question, remember that each attempt is a building block of your expertise. Correct or not, what truly matters is the effort and learning that guides your journey of excellence. And the solution here is really simpler than you think. The lag is the time of version behind, especially a delay between the input and the output. The norm, short of normalization, is an adjustment of data measurements to fall within a desired range. For example, range might be between 0 and 100. The range represents the difference between the highest and the lowest values in the dataset. Mine is the process of analyzing large sets of data to find pattern. A node is a connection point in the network where data can be created, stored, or sent. After matching terms with definitions, you can see that the correct answer here is choice D. Admit it or not, but genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. And this is not my quote, this is famously remarked by Thomas Edison. So, let's put in the hard work and dedication required to excel in this assessment, knowing that consistent effort leads to greatness. You're presented with 3 shapes. Each shape has smiley face, arrow, and then hexagon. The 4th shape is missing. You need to determine which one to select, and select the 4th shape out of 4 possible choices. Choices A, B, C, and D. This question may seem daunting at first, but I know you have the skills and creativity to tackle it. Trust your abilities and let's explore all the possible solutions together. Let's tackle it as a team. Are you prepared to showcase your response? Let's move forward and see where it leads us. And if uncertainty lingers, stay motivated. Every effort made, whether successful or not, brings valuable insights and opportunities for improvement. The way to solve these types of problems is to look at 3 original shapes and determine the pattern. The pattern exists for every shape inside the matrix. For example, if you look closely, you will see that arrow rotates counterclockwise. This is probably the easiest pattern to determine. But hey, there are 2 other patterns because there are 2 other shapes. For example, smiley face moves from corner to corner clockwise. And then hexagon rotates alongside the edges counterclockwise and also changes the fill from gray to white. With that in mind, let's determine the final shape. Based on our logic, the arrow should be pointing at 6 o'clock. The hexagon should have white fill and should be in the upper right corner, and smiley face should be on the opposite side of hexagon in the bottom left corner. So the correct answer here is choice A. I think it's evident that with every question you answer correctly, you are adding another feather to your cap of achievement. Keep soaring higher. You're presented with reverse pyramid. The pyramid has numbers inside. Starting with the row 1, the numbers are 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You see the pattern here? The next row has numbers 3, 5, 7, and 9. Then the third row has numbers 5, 9, and 13. The fourth row has numbers 10 and 18. And then the fifth row, it's only one number and it's missing. You need to calculate and select the missing number out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 23. Choice B, 24. Choice C, 25. And last but not least, choice D, 26. Those pyramid questions, those are the toughest ones. Rest assured, you are not trying to solve this pyramid question alone. Regardless of your experience in problem solving, I believe in your abilities. Pause for a moment, harness your creativity, and let's face this challenge together. The answer is just waiting for your insightful touch. Are you prepared with your solution? I am curious to compare notes. Let's move forward and share our answers. Well, the best thing about each problem is that each one has the answer. You just need to believe that you can find it. And I hope you would agree that the beauty of this particular answer in its simplicity. To recognize the answer, you need to determine the pattern. And the pattern here is that numbers are calculated downward from left to right. The number in the row below is calculated as the sum of numbers right above it minus the decrement. Let's look at the example. Let's look at two numbers in the upper left corner of the pyramid. The numbers are 2 and 3. So the calculations for the number right below those would be 2 plus 3 minus 2 equals 3. Now you've recognized the pattern, let's continue the calculations in the first row. 3 plus 4 minus 2 equals 5. 4 plus 5 minus 2 equals 7. 5 plus 6 minus 2 equals 9. Let's switch to row 2. 3 plus 5 minus 3. Now 3 is the new decrement, right? Because decrement is also increasing. So 3 plus 5 minus 3 equals 5. 5 plus 7 minus 3 equals 9. 7 plus 9 minus 3 equals 13. Time to look at row 3. 5 plus 9 minus 4 equals 10. 9 plus 13 minus 4 equals 18. And now is the time to calculate the missing number. 10 plus 18 minus 5 is the new decrement, equals 23. So the correct answer here is choice A, 23. Well, you wouldn't believe me, but I need to take a shower to clear off this question out of my mind. This assessment test question is as clear as a foggy mirror after a hot shower. You know there's something there, but good luck figuring that out. In this question, you're presented with three unusually looking shapes. Each shape has numbers. The first shape has numbers 1, 2, 3, and 5. The second shape has numbers 7, 11, 13, and 17. And the third shape has numbers 12, 15, 20, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of four possible choices. Choice A, 12. Choice B, 25. Choice C, 27. And last but not least, choice D, 29. I'm thinking I need to take a cold shower to get my mind clear so I can solve it. But believe it or not, I have full confidence in you, and I know that you can. Whether you're a current subscriber actively tackling these questions on this channel, or occasional visitor trying to learn new skills and considering a subscription in the future, I have complete faith in your ability to solve this problem. Just make sure to allocate yourself enough time, think out of the box, and maybe pause this video to get to the solution. Are you ready? Let's navigate through the complexities of this question together and compare our solutions in the end. And as usual, if you have a better way to solve this challenge, please make sure to post your solution in comments. To solve it, let's look at the numbers to better understand if we can determine the pattern. To give each shape a reference, let's give them IDs 1, 2, and 3. The first thing that comes to mind when looking at the numbers in those shapes is that we're dealing with prime numbers. In fact, the first two shapes have sequential prime numbers 1, 2, 3, and 5, and then it continues 7, 11, 13, and 17. But then this pattern doesn't go anywhere, because it does not continue in the third shape, which means that the most likely third shape values are calculated based on the values in the shape 1 and 2. And in fact, the number in the third shape is calculated as a sum of numbers in similar position from the first shape, plus the number from the second shape after the 90-degree rotation. Let me explain it to you in 3 simple steps. Let's build a simple table. Each shape has 4 numbers, which means that our table would need to have 4 columns. The first row will have numbers from the first shape, the second row will have numbers from the second shape, and then the third row will have the calculated numbers. If we just put numbers from the same position, the logic doesn't make sense. But as soon as we shift the second row to the left, you see that the math now makes total sense. For example, 1 plus 11 equals 12, 2 plus 13 equals 15, 3 plus 17 equals 20, which means that 5 plus 7 equals 12. So the correct answer here is choice A, 12. Are you ready for a cognitive acrobatics session to exercise your analytical skills? This puzzle is so mind-bending. It once confused a mathematician into thinking 2 plus 2 equals 2. You're presented with the series of equations. The first one is 1 plus 3 equals 4. The second one is 3 plus 5 equals 12. The third one is 5 plus 6 equals 23. And the fourth one is 7 plus 9, and this is where you need to calculate the missing number. Once calculated, make sure to select the missing number out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 39. Choice B, 42. Choice C, 49. And last but not least, choice D, 56. Time to exercise those brain cells. This puzzle is more intricate than assembling Swedish furniture with vague instructions. Are you ready? Let's decipher it and celebrate our victorious aha moments together. I'm moving forward to share with you my version of the answer. And obviously, if you have a better way to solve it, please make sure to post in comments. The most interesting thing about this challenge is the pattern. You need to add the result of the previous row calculations to the sum of the numbers in the left in the next row to calculate the result of the next row. Let's look at the examples to make it clear. For example, row 1's math totally makes sense. 1 plus 3 does equal 4. But when we look to row 2, 3 plus 5 does not equal to 12. And this is where we would need to add the result of the previous calculations, 4 to 3 plus 5, and then it does equal 12. I'm going to leave you with the important tip here. To solve these types of puzzles, you need to think creatively out of the box and consider that the calculations may not always be standard math calculations in the way they appear. Let's continue going through the examples. To calculate the value of row 3, we need to bring the result of the row 2 calculations 12, then add 5, then add 6, and the result would be 23. So for the missing value, row 4, the result will be 23 plus 7 plus 9, which would be equal to 39. So the correct answer here is choice A, 39. Prepare to tackle this intriguing assessment test question, designed not just to test your mental math abilities, but also to foster your analytical skills, which you can use in the day-to-day life. You need to determine the missing number, which is located on the top of the pyramid. The other numbers in the pyramid are 8 and 28 in the second row, 4, 4, and 7 in the third row, and 3, 1, 4, and 3 in the fourth row. You need to calculate the missing number and select it out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 26, choice B, 30, choice C, 32, and last but not least, choice D, 36. Let me give you a hint. Consider that I might be trying to mislead you by the way I present the information. Maybe there is another alternative look and how you can look at this data. Are you ready? I think I found my answer, and I am thrilled to compare it with your solution. Let's continue so we can examine our strategies step by step. And if your brilliant approach is better or more efficient, don't hesitate to let us know in comments. Remember how I presented the information to you? I started from the top and went to the bottom. But in fact, you need to start from the low-level numbers and apply math operations to the low-line numbers to calculate the higher-level numbers. To confuse you even more, there are 2 math operations are alternating in the calculations, addition and multiplication. Let's look at the example so you get better understanding. Let's look at the numbers in the bottom left corner. 3 plus 1 equals 4. But 1 multiplied by 4 equals 4. Remember I told you that addition and multiplication are alternating. So the next one would be addition again. 4 plus 3 equals 7. Let's go to the row 2. 4 plus 4 equals 8. But 4 multiplied by 7 equals 28. So to calculate the top number, we need to add 8 and 28 to get to the final result of this, 36. So the correct answer here is choice D, 36. And now, I have a question for you to practice your skills. With this question, the spotlight is on you. Take a lead in solving this question on your own, and then post your answer in comments so I can share with you my feedback. I have full confidence that you will shine with your brilliance right now by solving this challenge. You're presented with 3 triangles. As you can see, the patterns here are easy to detect. Or maybe not. Let's go across the triangles. From the left to right, the numbers inside the triangles are 2, 3, and 4, then 5, 6, and 7 in the middle, and then 1, 1, 2, 0, 3, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 0, choice B 1, choice C 2, and last but not least, choice D 3. Crack this challenge on your own terms and then share your solution in comments. I'm looking forward to discussing your answer and providing some feedback. Thanks for getting involved and good luck on this intriguing challenge. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you for helping us to become one of the largest YouTube channels to help people become smarter, increase your IQ, and to pass any test. If the content of this video was helpful, please make sure to click the like button to help YouTube algorithm promote this video and help other people to find it faster. Giving us a like is also a way for you to tell us that you need more content like this, and when you tell us, we will deliver it for you in the future. For links to free and premium resources, please check the description and comments of this video. You can also go directly to our website, howtoanalyzedata.net, to download the materials related to this topic. I really appreciate your endorsement, support, and patronage of this channel. And thank you for considering to become a member and considering to subscribe. Please leave feedback, suggestions, or corrections in comments. And all the best on your journey. I'll see you in my next video.